Hello everybody, welcome back to another AI video. In this one, I want to compare Midjourney version 5, which is currently the king of AI art and AI image generators, versus a free one, which is powered by Microsoft Bing, in particular, their image creator, and that has running DALL-E 2, or in fact, not even DALL-E 2, it's more of an advanced version of DALL-E 2. And more specifically, it's completely free and unlimited. So I want to compare the two, and then for those of you that are, trying to decide which one if it's worth paying for Midjourney or not, this is probably the tutorial, the video for you. Also keep in mind, Midjourney canceled their free 25 images, so you can't really play around with Midjourney. You got to pay for it. So let's take a look at them both and do a comparison. Now, before we get into that, I want to show you, I came up with some prompts over here. So what I did is I used ChatGPT, and I just said, hey, ChatGPT, can you create a bunch of prompts for images and art? And I said, you are a AI art random prompt generator. It says, and I asked if it understood, and then bang, I said, please create 5 random prompts. And here they are. So in no particular order, these are the 5 prompts. We're going to compare a few of them, and then I'm going to add a 6th prompt in, which is basically for photorealism. We're going to compare the two because traditionally Midjourney is better at details and the hyper-realistic type look, where DALL-E and Stable Diffusion aren't quite as good at the photorealism. So we're going to compare them, and you're going to be pleasantly surprised, actually. So anyways, let's go. So I'm going to go ahead and take the first prompt here. I'm just going to Command C or Control C. I'm going to copy it. We're going to go into Microsoft Edge, and we're going to run it in Edge. Now, please note that I recommend Edge over another browser. You can access the image creator in Chrome, for example, but I want to show you a key difference. In Chrome, if I right click on this image, I can save it and open it in a new tab, etc., etc. But watch this. If I go to Microsoft Edge and I right click on it, now I'm in Edge. Check this out. I can edit the image. And why is that important? Because if you look at this image, for example, and you look at her fingers, she's got 5 fingers and a thumb, and this one, well, she's got some sort of raven hawk type grip. So I would do something like this, and maybe then hit enter, and yeah, crop it. So just keep in mind that this is why I highly recommend using Microsoft Edge over other browsers. Anyways, I'm going to click out of that, but there you go. You got a use case already. So here we go. Let's go ahead and let's copy and paste that one in. Create an abstract painting inspired by the colors and patterns of a tropical sunset. You'll notice here that I've got 84 of these tokens, right? You start off with 99, and basically what it is you got 99 fast. You get like 99 fast hour, or 99 fast, I guess, generations. And after that, it's still free. It just slows down a little bit. So keep that in mind. This is completely free. It's just I'm using some faster responses here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Create, and it's going to do its thing. We're going to go switch back to Discord, and now I'm going to do the same thing in Discord again. Command V, create an abstract painting inspired by the colors of a tropical sunset. And I ran this prompt twice already, so you guys can see here what it's going to, the kind of ideas that it gave me. And I'll be honest with you, they're really, really good. But when I go to Microsoft Edge and I look at this, these are also really, really good. And if you really think about what abstract art is, or an abstract painting, this is probably a little better, because this is more in keeping with proper abstract art. If you look at the Midjourney style, or pardon me, I clicked on the wrong one there. Midjourney uses more of more of like an impressionistic abstract style. So they're both great, but yeah, they're definitely both good. But the free version there in Microsoft Edge is just as good, in my opinion. So let's go ahead and go back to the art, or to ChatGPT, and now we're going to draw a portrait of a mythical creature that combines the features of a dragon and a unicorn. We're going to call it Dragacorn. Why not? Okay, so we're going to make a Dragacorn. Let's go ahead and go into Microsoft Edge. I'm going to delete this prompt. Actually, let's just delete this prompt, and then I'm going to Command V and copy paste in the new one. I'm going to click on Create, and it's going to work its magic. We're going to go into Discord and back into Midjourney. I'm going to go /imagine, copy and paste, drop that bad boy in there, and presto, here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to run out a couple more of these prompts, and then when I've done them all, I'm going to come back and we can do a direct comparison. All right, everybody, welcome back. So we've run all 5 of the prompts or so here in both the free image creator here, the Microsoft Bing image creator, powered by Dolly, and we've also run it in Midjourney over here. So let's start with the free version. I'm going to take a quick look at the first one. This was the abstract paintings, and if we click on one of them, honestly, these are fantastic. These are exactly what come to mind for me when I think of a traditional abstract painting. Compare that to Midjourney. Again, these are also fantastic, don't get me wrong. They're a little bit of a different style, but both fantastic. You can't go wrong either way. And if you wanted one to look more like the other, you just have to, add in a little bit of a more specific prompt. Maybe state what type of artist you were looking at, or, in the style of a certain artist. So let's go to the next one here, which is draw a portrait of a mythical creature that combines features of a dragon and a unicorn. Okay, so in Midjourney, we put that in, and we got 4 very different styles. And if I'm being honest, they're all really good. The top left one makes the most sense, although the bottom left one here, the third one, is kind of fun, and I wouldn't have it at a kid's party maybe, but you know what, they're very, very cool, and this looks like a proper sketch. Anyways, you got a very diverse different types here in Midjourney. If we go over to our other program here, let's go over to Bing Image Creator. We got more of the traditional sketch styles, and you know what, there's nothing wrong with that, because to be honest, we put in draw a portrait. So these are very much in a traditional portrait style, although this cool little abstract type style dragon, also good. So when it comes to like traditional artwork, you can't go wrong with either program. Both are good. Let's go back into Midjourney and look at the third one here. This is the hidden waterfall family of deer doing their thing in a landscape of a serene forest. So it's like a landscape painting of it. So again, 4 very cool looking images, all good. If we go over here to Microsoft Edge and we look at their version, you can start to see a little bit of the difference. This is a lot more, I guess it just looks a lot more painted, where if you look at the one in if you look at Midjourney, it looks painted, but there's more realism in it. So I would probably give the edge, if I was a judge, I would give the edge to Midjourney, although there are a lot of old school painters that painted just like this, and that might be the look you're going for, and there's nothing wrong with that. So this is it just lacks the detail, but I don't know if that's on purpose. Presumably it is, but again, who knows? So all right, let's click and keep rolling through here. This is design a futuristic cityscape with towering skyscrapers, flying cars, and holographic billboards. All right, some real Blade Runner stuff here. Okay, let's take a look at, well, these look really good. This is great looking stuff. This has that sort of cool future punk style, cyberpunkish, really cool look here. You can't go wrong with any of these things. Let's take a look at Midjourney over here. Back into Midjourney, personally, I think it's a little more detailed, but the gap between the two of them is not much. So personally, I think they're both good. The last one I put in as a photorealistic portrait of an old man looking straight ahead. This is traditionally where Midjourney in the details can beat all of its competitors. And if we look at these pictures here, like this literally looks photorealistic. Like these people don't exist, but they look like they should exist, or they do exist. Midjourney wins here in almost everything. That said, if we go over here, let's take a look at what this came up with. And you know what? The image creator came up with pretty good. Like this one is not too bad. It's not great. Well, no, that one's actually pretty good, but it's not as good as Midjourney. I'm just gonna be blunt. This one here, the details, they're just not as believable. Like if you look at his whiskers and his mustache, it looks sort of painted on versus actually organic. So I'm gonna say Midjourney wins in this one by quite a margin. That said, if you look at this one here that I did earlier, I said attractive lady reading a book, photorealistic. If you can look past the fact that her hands are wonky as hell Everything else looks really, really good. And one of the reasons why is if you add the word photorealistic in with no space, with no hyphen, it generally tends to do a very good job. I did this one here earlier. I put in photorealistic style, and yeah, this doesn't look right. This looks like it's borderline, you know, something that belongs in The Sims. Same one here. I did it with a hyphen, photorealistic. And I mean, we got this guy here. Everything's pretty good, but his facial features are wrong. Like, he looks like he wears the helmet in and out of rafting, if you know what I mean. So anyways, guys, that's a comparison. The new image creator by Microsoft Bing is incredible. It's free, it's virtually unlimited, and it is worth a crack, and I think it's awesome. Anyways, thanks for watching.